Could Spain miss out on Euro 2021? Hey everyone, it is Finn here, and it is not looking good for the Spanish national team because as of yesterday, Tuesday, the 8th of June, Spain have just announced their second positive COVID-19 case. And with the Euros literally just a few days away, it's not looking good for the Spanish national team. That is why in today's video, I'm just going to be keeping you guys updated on the situation. I've got an article right here in front of me that'll explain absolutely everything that's going on in terms of what the players are currently doing to help the situation and how Spain are going to deal with it. Now, obviously, the article reads out official Diego Llorente, the second Spain player to test positive. And that is huge because obviously Sergio Busquets last week tested positive. So 2 players in the squad. And this affects the entire team now. And we all know that by this stage, that even if just one player has it or if the team came in contact with someone that has it, they all have to isolate now. And that's huge because what's the isolation period? Like 2 weeks? And literally, it starts this weekend. Euro 2021 starts this weekend. But the article reads, in the wake of Sergio Busquets' positive test on Sunday, the Royal Spanish Football Federation has now announced that Diego Llorente has also contracted COVID-19. Defender Diego Llorente has become the second member of the Spain's Euro 2020 squad to test positive for COVID-19. The Spanish Football Federation confirmed this on Tuesday. The Royal Spanish Football Federation regrets to announce that the international footballer Diego Llorente has returned a positive test in the latest round of PCR tests carried out this morning at the Spain team's camp at Las Rozas. The federation said in a statement, the players will leave the Spain camp tonight in a medicalized vehicle following all the established health protocols. Okay, so once again, this is huge. It's going to be interesting to see how Spain deal with that. Obviously, they had a friendly the other day versus Lithuania, and I think that's going to come out late in the article. But basically, Spain couldn't play their whole team. There's a chance that for at least the first few games of Euro 2021, Spain might have to play their under 2021 squad. Look, it's a good looking squad, but it's going to really, it's not going to look good for Spain. I can almost promise you guys that. Okay, so Llorente joins Busquets in testing positive for COVID-19. As I said, we know that by now that both Busquets and Llorente have COVID-19. The rest of the Spain squad have been placed into isolation and are training individually at the squad's base just outside of Madrid. Once again, that is absolutely huge. The entire squad has to isolate. It's going to be interesting to see when they're all ready. But genuinely, they might end up missing half of their group stage games and the under-21s would have to play. 6 players are called up to train in parallel bubbles. So head coach Luis Enrique has also put together a group of 6 players that will join the squad, obviously for those players that might be missing out due to COVID. Rodrigo Moreno, Pablo Fornals, Carlos Soler, Brais Mendes and Raul Albiol, along with Kepa Arrizabalaga. As I said, I was surprised that maybe Kepa wasn't mentioned in the original squad. But you know what? Those 6 players are quite big. Once again, I'm surprised Fornals to an extent wasn't added in the original squad. He's been excellent for West Ham. But saying that, once again, what a kick to the head that is. 6 more players added to the Spanish national team and still not a single Real Madrid player. I mean, look, Albiol was fantastic for Villarreal winning the Europa League this season. But to still make it over Sergio Ramos, I've still got quite a few questions. I think if Spain have a problem, I think that to an extent they have themselves to blame. I'm still surprised there's not a single Real Madrid player in the squad. But you know what? From Moreno, from Leeds United, Fornal, Soler, Mendes, Albiol, Arrizabalaga, those are 6 big players. But once again, it's going to be interesting to see what the whole team does in terms of this protocol. Okay, so these 6 players will train in a separated bubble and will be on standby should COVID-19 leave Spain with a depleted squad. According to UEFA regulations, Euro 2021 teams can make unlimited changes to their squads in the event of serious injuries or illness up until the final game of the tournament on Friday. Okay, so they've got until the end of this week essentially to make any changes that they need to make. The provision includes players who have tested positive for COVID-19. Under 21s take senior place in Lithuania friendly. Now, as I said Tuesday, as of yesterday, Spain played against Lithuania, the under 21 squad, and they're not looking too bad. I think they won 4-0. That's a very comfortable win overall. It's a very promising looking Spanish national team. Look, there's so many really good prospects for Spain that are under 21. They're looking very, very good at the moment. But once again, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens to the senior team if they end up making it back on time. if they're able to isolate and actually still do well in the competition. But this could genuinely, like a year or two ago, we would have never expected that. But this could genuinely impact Spain's entire tournament. And this, I feel like this would have been the tournament where they could have made a comeback. They obviously haven't performed well in recent international tournaments. I kind of feel sorry for Spain to an extent. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the update about the Spanish national team. What is currently happening in their COVID-19 situation? As I said, they are isolating at the moment. Obviously, that is the responsible thing to do. They probably had no other choice but to do that. But it's going to be interesting. Those 6 players that have come up, whether they'll get a chance in the team. Yeah, I think all 6 players probably deserve to play for the Spanish national team. I think they all have the ability to do super, super well. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting situation. But guys, that is just the update I wanted to give you guys quickly. For more news like this, if you want to catch more regular football news and keep updated with all these situations, please do subscribe down below along with hitting the like button. But guys, that is it for today's video. This has been FinFYNN. Cheers.